I wanted to make a video acknowledging someone who watches the channel and had some really incredible Adobe stock growth. And I actually took screenshots of this conversation because parts of it were hidden from the YouTube comment section. But in my videos, I have a video where I referenced and I showed certain Adobe stock accounts that were generating tens of thousands of dollars per month. And I actually showed one of the largest Adobe stock accounts, if not the largest, which I'm pulling up the video as we speak here, but it was one of the largest, if not the largest, that was probably making close to about $80,000 a month on Adobe stock. I'm trying to actually figure out exactly where the video is. In fact, if I just type in Adobe, maybe I'll be able to pull it out. But what happens is there was someone who commented where they essentially were basically saying, like, this video gave me the motivation I needed to keep going. And I said, congratulations, keep going, keep pushing. The same way I tell pretty much everyone. But then that person, here the video was. 2 months ago, or about 2 months ago, let me go ahead and click on the video so you guys can actually see here. This was the video, and the comment was by this person right here, Lulu Rachi Studio. Okay, the motivation I needed. I'm starting my Adobe contributor journey. I'm 3.4 thousand images uploaded and counting. I upload an average of 50 images a day. It's only myself, and I have a 1-year-old. And this video, hold on, let's see when exactly it was uploaded. It was uploaded April 25th. So not exactly 2 months, but you get the concept, right? And from then till now, this person was getting questioned in the comments, right? So somebody said, are you making money right now after uploading 3.8K images? And somebody said, are you actually making money now? So these were two different people. And actually, this person replied to them. However, for some reason in the comments, it wasn't showing up. And they commented, and they said they were making $400 a month. Now, I actually wrote in the comments, I said, I don't know where the comment went, but they mentioned they were making $400 a month. And if you guys don't know, on my YouTube channel, you have the normal comments and then you have the hidden comments. And the hidden comments typically are spam. And even if I approve the comment, it really won't show here. And I actually took the screenshot because I knew that this was I didn't know it was going to happen because the first comment they wrote, it disappeared, even if I approved it. So I wrote here, I said, I don't know where the comment went, but they mentioned 400. This person answered me back, and they said, yes, my comment is disappearing. I make 400, whatever. So I see here, this is the hidden comment, and this is the original comment. I'll just go ahead and read it to you. It says, this is the motivation I needed. I'm starting my Adobe contributor journey. I'm 3.8K images uploaded and counting. I uploaded an average of 50 images a day. It's only myself and 1-year-old baby. And here, right, after I wrote, I don't know where the comment went, but I think they made $400 per month, which is this Lulu account. If you see here, right, it says, yes, indeed. I can't find my comment either, LOL. 11K images in the portfolio and around 400 USD profit. So up until this point, they were uploading 50 images a day, and they had 3.8 thousand images, right? If you do the math on that, in this past 2-month period, there's no way that they kept uploading only 50 images a day. They've probably leveled up, right? Which is pretty impressive. And they went from 3.8K images uploaded to 11,000 images uploaded in a period of around 2 months and a half. Okay, so from whenever I posted this video was posted on April 25th, right? 2024, and today is July 6th. It's not a little bit of time, but it's not too significant. And they were able, or this person was able, like I said, to go from 3,800 to 11,000 images, but more importantly, they're generating around $400 profit. In the beginning of this whole entire Adobe stock thing, in the lessons, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the lessons here. Let's go to POD degree. If you go here to POD degree, you can sign up for free. We have 929 members. And if I go over here to the products, you can see how I run my stock photography AI business, AI stock photo business, keyword optimization. Here is the image creation guide. Here is the uploading step-by-step AI stock photo business. In every single lesson, right? So this lesson, you can call it course, you can call it lesson, whatever you want to call it. In every one of these lessons, at the end, I have this section where I motivate people. And I tell people that your goal should get to 10,000 images and more. Because at that point, you actually get to see how well you've done for yourself. And you actually get to see how much income you're generating. A lot of people quit too early. They might upload 20 images, 50 images, 100. And then part of that, I also mentioned in the videos, is not to get discouraged when you're uploading. And when I say get discouraged, because there's only one thing that can discourage you, it's your uploading times. So when you upload, what happens is that image needs to be reviewed and it needs to be processed for approval. And some people, they could wait 2, 3, 4 weeks, sometimes even 8 weeks to get approved. And they use that as an excuse to slow them down. And I specifically went out of my way in the lessons to be very clear, and I said it very, very, very clearly. Do not wait for images to be approved for you to continue creating. You're wasting your time. You have to understand that in this stock photography business, you don't have to be skillful. You don't have to be a genius. You just have to move quickly, and you have to move relentlessly. Activate your David Goggins kind of brain. Just keep going forward in this business. And look what this person did for themselves. You see here the hidden comment. It's not like this is a comment that I drew up. This is a hidden comment, right? And I did approve it, by the way. It says here potentially inappropriate. There's nothing inappropriate about this comment, but obviously YouTube didn't want to show it. I have to probably watch some tutorials on how I can approve stuff like this, because clearly the typical normal way of just hitting the check mark is not working. But this is where they literally came out and said, hey, I'm making $400 profit. Now, I actually wanted to rope that into something. Some person, probably a viewer, shout out to you wherever you are, they were watching one of my other stock photography videos. And I was sharing, and I was talking about how important, maybe it was even this video, who knows? I have to actually look at the comments. But somebody mentioned, right, how just $5,000 US dollars accounts for a year's worth of salary in their country, right? And their country is Tunisia. And I pointed this out because there are people who are listening today who can change their whole lives by the next year. Literally, from this point forward, from July 2024 to July 2025, if they just kept working on this, they can completely change their life. But once again, you always have people who find a way to complain. I'm not going to focus on those people. This video is not for those people. This video is for all the people who are either A, starting, getting into it, or feeling a little bit discouraged. If you're feeling discouraged, there's no room for discouragement in this. You just have to keep going. Literally, Rambo style. You just got to keep going. And like I said, this is one of those businesses that is not difficult. There's nothing hard about this. This is not physics. This is not calculus. This is not chemistry, right? This is not manual labor. This is clicking buttons endlessly. And you have to keep doing it if you want to see massive results. And in the stock photography business in general, right? The world has made it a million times easier for us. We don't have to go out there in the hot sun taking pictures of birds and grass and God knows what else. We have AI tools that can do everything for us, okay? I lay out everything that I would do in these lessons, and I'm actually probably going to add more lessons around stock photography. Speaking of lessons, in our YouTube channel, if you just go to the YouTube channel, we click on videos here, I have lessons that are members only access. Okay, members only. So you can join the YouTube channel, become a member, and you'll see different things associated with stock photography. So these are all investing videos right here, but this is a stock photography video. I showed how to take a free Leonardo AI account and turn that into income, right, with stock photography. Now, I didn't write stock photography in the title, but that's essentially what it's about. And I go over how to do that. Now, here's the thing, guys. This is the type of business where you don't waste time and you don't play games. I can tell immediately who's going to be successful in this business versus who isn't by just basic questions that they ask. Like if I tell people, don't waste time waiting on your photos to be approved, just simply keep uploading, right? The person who says, man, it takes too long for my photos to be approved, that's exactly the perfect example of someone who's never really going to move the needle. They might make $50, $100, $200, $500 here and there, but they're not going to make thousands. They're not going to become financially free. They're not going to make passive income. There's a guy on YouTube channel, I forgot his name, but he generated like something like over 100,000 per year through stock photography. And he's been doing it for something like 11 or 12 years. And my point of even saying that is that the opportunities are out there. It's just a matter of grabbing them. And there's nobody who's going to come around and motivate you and inspire you and hold your hand and do it for you. You just got to go out there and do it. And I say this whole video to say is like, here's a live example of someone who's not only taking my advice, but out there doing it, right? You get comments all the time of people saying, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm inspired. But do they ever actually do it? They never do. It's almost like they have this hole in their fuel tank where they get motivation comes in and it goes out the other way, right? My point is I'm not trying to demotivate people here. I'm trying to motivate people through this different outlook. And the outlook should be a harsh one, is that you have an opportunity here, and this opportunity is not going to last forever, okay? It's not going to last forever. And at the end of the day, there's only one person who can seize the moment, and that's you. So, like I said, this is the original comment, right? The one in black here. And this is posted 2 months ago. People were asking this person, hey, like, what's the update? We want to know the update on your account. And boom, 11,000 images with $400 profit. I know in their first comment they said they make that a month. Now, whether they make that a month or not is not the point. There are people listening to this who don't live in the United States, who don't live in Canada, who don't live in Australia, and they live in Eastern European countries, Asian countries, Asia Minor. These countries, you can take the income that you're making from this, and it can significantly change your life. I'm not saying a little change your life. No, significantly change your life. And that's not an exaggeration. You know, for some people, they could make, you know, for example, just a few years ago in Romania, the average wage was like $350 a month, right? In the country of Georgia, it was, people are making very little money. In the country Venezuela, for example, somebody can work at a grocery store and make like $12 a month. Now, obviously, inflation is crazy in Venezuela, but my point is you can absolutely change in drastic proportion your life. Now, for the people who are Americans listening to this, Canadians, Australians, people who live in the United Kingdom, you can also add to your life. You might not drastically change it. You might not be completely financially free from this. Obviously, it depends on your expenses. But you can get a car out of this business. You can pay for all your groceries, your light bills, your food, your everything. You could pay for all bills that you have for your house for this. You know, you could pay for that car bill, the car insurance, all these things that weigh people down on a daily basis, that people stress out and get their second and third job for. You could easily pay with this. There's really no excuse here, guys. And there's really no inspiration I need to give. Because at the end of the day, there's only two groups of people. The people who are going to do it and the people who talk about doing it. And the people who talk about doing it, well, they're going to be talking about everything their whole entire life. They just talk. They don't do anything, right? And then you have the other people who really don't talk that much and they just go out there and do it in silence. And this is not even a call to action. This is not a motivation. This is not even an inspiration. I'm just saying facts. There's going to be a fraction of people who are performers, and then there are a fraction of people who are complainers. And that's life. It doesn't just come down to stock photography. But this is the easiest business. And I used to say print on demand is the easiest. But now that AI has been implemented in stock photography, and not recently, ever since the emergence, really, it's kind of on an uptrend. But prior to AI, okay, print on demand was by far the easiest. Why? Because you can sit down, you can create a graphic, upload it to a website, and eventually make some money. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong, it still has its complexities, it's still difficult, but if you compare all the other businesses in the world to print on demand, it was the easiest. And now, the information has been updated. Stock photography is the easiest now. It's easier than print on demand because everything is laid out for you. You don't even have to go outside anymore to upload photos, because before you had to go outside, take pictures, visit different places, take pictures, different animals, take pictures, and hope that you would generate sales. Now the business has become extremely easy. You don't have to do any of that. You sit from your computer screen, you type in a few keywords, and you get images and you upload. And I've already shown how to do the uploading process. I've shown how to use the right keyword tool generators. I've shown how to do all this kind of stuff. The tools are out there for you for the taking. Now, I will be creating more videos and more lessons on POD degree, and more members area videos related to the intricacies and the specificities behind the business. But I want you to understand something, and I'm not trying to inspire you or motivate you here. I want you to understand something at the highest level. When this whole thing is finished, when this whole website, making money online world is over, and the AI is fully taken over, and everybody's getting paid some universal basic income, and we're all old, and our teeth are falling out, and the robots are walking through the streets, building houses and driving Uber, okay? We're going to be able to look back at our past experiences. And there's going to be a group of people that said, man, that time was great. I was doing XYZ, and I made X amount of money, and I had a great time. And then you're going to have another group of people who are probably living impoverishedly, and they're going to have nothing but complaints about their past. They're going to come up with all kinds of issues and negativities, and they're going to come up with all kinds of excuses. And the reality is everybody gets what they deserve. The people that are going to complain about how tough things were and how difficult things were, yeah, they deserve that. They're not going to be able to get any more than what they deserve. They're not going to just make $50,000 in passive income from uploading images online. They're not going to get that, right? But somebody like me or you, and then we're going to be able to look back and say, you know what? We've done well for ourselves. And the only difference between us two is that the way we look at things. Somebody like me, probably most of you who are listening, look at this like an opportunity. And then you have other people that look at this like a complaint. They're going to find some excuse to make. And I want to tell you a very quick story. Very quick. I promise it won't take long. I had a friend named Kyle. And who knows, maybe even Kyle's watching this video. I don't know. Wish him the best. But I don't talk to him anymore, but I wish him the best. And Kyle knew I was doing very well in business. This was at the time I had already sold the clothing company. And I was very young and I sold the business. And it was incredible. Nobody in my family had ever had any kind of experience remotely close to that. And I reconnected with Kyle at a wedding. I actually told this kind of story a little bit, in the past. But I reconnected with him at a wedding. And he said, what are you doing here, whatever. And we were talking about the price to enter the wedding. And the cost, it was $540 per person. Now, of course, my family couldn't pay for it, but I could. I had just sold my company. I had a lot of money. And I paid for the tickets like it was nothing, right? And I actually paid for my uncles and aunts too. The point is Kyle, he didn't pay for his family because he worked a normal job. He worked as a paraprofessional. Now, paraprofessional is not a bad job. In fact, that's what my mom used to work back when she was alive. But Kyle, he had all the opportunity in the world. In fact, his parents enrolled him in pharmacy school. But he was so lazy and so weak-minded that he found any excuse to quit. And he dropped out of college, and with his basic credits, he worked a paraprofessional job, which for people who don't know what paraprofessional is, it's basically like an assistant to a teacher to take care of kids that have special disabilities, okay? So if the kid has autism or if the kid sits on a wheelchair, that paraprofessional is responsible, like on a one-to-one level, with that child the whole day pretty much. And meanwhile, a paraprofessional job is not a bad job. I'm not sitting here and saying it's a bad job. Like I said, it was a blessing to my family. My mom worked as a paraprofessional. That was the only family income because my dad was disabled. But my point here is that this kid was born in America. He had every opportunity. His parents even laid out the road for him and had school ready for him to become a pharmacist, and he was going down that road. But somewhere along the line, he had found a way to complain, found a way to feel bad for himself and pity for himself, and he screwed the opportunity. He literally spat all over it, basically. No honor for his parents, no honor for his family, and screwed it all up, right? And then he was working in paraprofessional. The reason why I tell you this story is because Kyle, right? I tried to help Kyle down the road. After I had sold my business, Kyle kept talking about all the things he wanted to do. I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I know how to do this, and I know how to do that. And every time I would offer him some opportunity to make money or give him some sort of suggestion to be more successful, he would always find a way to invalidate it. So I'll give you an example. One time I told him, look, I have this website. It's a blog. I'm making money from it. We'll split the income. All I need you to do is XYZ every day. And he found an excuse. He couldn't do it. When I realized he wasn't cut out for business, because not everybody is, I gave him the suggestion, why don't you be a real estate agent while doing your paraprofessional job? He still found a way to make excuse. He said, oh, the only two types of people who are successful in being real estate agents are beautiful women and rich kids. Like, just nonsense. Just nonsense. There are all kinds of people who are successful in all jobs because it comes down to your effort. My point is that you couldn't give Kyle a good opportunity. In Kyle's eyes, every opportunity was fruitless, okay? He found a way to complain about literally everything. And Kyle's life 6 years back is the same way as it is today. He's in debt. He lives with his family. He's like 34 years old. Okay. He lives with his mom and dad in his mom's basement. All right. He drives his mom's car. What else can I say? The guy's a failure in my eyes, not because of his job, but because of the opportunity he had and he squandered it. And the reason why I'm making this video is just to show you the opposite of that, the antithesis. This guy or this girl, I don't know who it is, who owns this YouTube channel called, what is it called? Let me hear. Lulu Rachi. I don't know how to pronounce the name. But the point is that in a matter of 2 months, they changed their life. They found a new opportunity. Even if it's not financially changing their life and they didn't make $1 million, they now have an opportunity. They now know the opportunity works. It's just a matter of effort at that point. And that's what I really want to end with is that, like I said, there's only two groups of people, the complainers and the people who benefit. And the complainers, no matter what you give them, they'll find an opportunity to complain about. The winners, well, they're going to win. They're going to find a way to win, right? So that age-old saying, losers lose and winners win, it's not so much that somebody is a loser. We're not pointing the finger and calling anybody a loser, but somebody who has the essence of losing, the vibe, the energy of losing, well, they're going to lose at everything in their life because they don't know how to find opportunities to win. And people who are winners in life, no matter what negatives they have, no matter what kind of drawbacks, no matter what things get in their way, they're going to find a way to go over the speed bumps and win in life. And that's really what it comes down to, all right? So I'm not going to ramble on for any longer. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Bye.